And thanks for joining us for this episode of On the Move, where we feature the amazing things happening within the Department of Theater Arts. In this episode, we will be featuring an exclusive interview with the director Denise Hart of the upcoming play, Milk Like Sugar. So let's get the inside scoop. Don't go anywhere.
Talk to the characters about the risks of teen pregnancy. What would you say?
Wow. The risks of teen pregnancy. So certainly when a young woman has a child before they have matured and they have an understanding of their own self and the directions they want to go in life, it can affect them in such a way that they lose hope. They don't have the time and energy to actually evolve their own sense of self and the value that they want to add to the world. And so teen pregnancy can be prohibitive for some young women. However, some women overcome that. And so I actually take the position that whenever I meet a young person, this is really interesting because we just had Howard Homecoming, and one of my former students who's been a graduate for 10 years, when she was a senior, she wasn't quite a teen, but I think Kiana was 21. When she was the end of her junior year, she got pregnant. She passed out in the hallway, and I saw it, and she told me that she was pregnant, and she was crying, and she said, "I'll not finish college," and she just went into all this, and I said, "Nope, that actually doesn't have to be the case." And she thanked me so profusely. She has 3 children now. She's married. Actually, she has 4 children, and she just said, "You are the person who gave me hope to believe that I could make it through this. And it didn't have to be a limitation sentence." But yet at 16 or 15, it's tremendously challenging. And I would ask them to really think twice about protecting themselves so that they don't have to experience the kind of hardship that teen pregnancy, quite frankly, is.
Wow. What character or characters do you think will be a fan favorite?
Let me just tell you something. All the characters are going to be fan favorites because Kirsten Greenidge has written this play in such a way that every character has a complete, complex storyline that you get interested in. Every single character, but that's what makes her so brilliant. That is a testament to her skill and her passion and her belief in the profound way in which theater can help people by us vicariously getting involved with what these characters are encountering. So even though I say every character is going to be a fan favorite, at different times in the rehearsal process, I've had different characters who are my favorite. So they're my favorite for different reasons. The harsh sort of veneer that the character Talisha has on, and then there are those moments where she lets her guard down and she shows us the pureness of her vulnerability when she's lived a very difficult and challenging life. That endears me to her, although she's a fictional character, as a character. Annie, the lead in the show, or the main character in the show, again, her desire to figure out how to not go through with this sort of this pregnancy pact and to keep imagining what is possible for her is something that I think every audience member is going to connect to, because I believe all of us have had those moments where we too need to connect to our hope and our dreams.
Can you give us a short synopsis or underlying theme of the play?
Sure. So my thought is that Milk Like Sugar really explores what people do to escape situations, environments, situations or moments that require them to figure out who they be in terms of their own character and what they stand for in terms of being active in having agency in their own lives. And so the characters, every single one of them, in fact, have created their own escape in the world that they live in. And so the theme thus being, what must one do to, not just to escape, but to overcome or to persevere when you are faced with the situation that you want to escape from.
Thank you so much, Professor
You're welcome.
Hart. We're going back to Cam to close us out.
Thanks again for tuning in to this episode of On the Move. If you want to come see Milk Like Sugar, make sure you stop by the Ira Aldridge box office to purchase tickets. Performances will also take place in the Ira Aldridge Theater on October 31st through November 2nd at 7:30 p.m. and also on November 3rd at 2:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. That's it for this episode of On the Move. Make sure you tune in for more details and updates about the Howard University Department of Theater Arts.
Mm-hmm.